No. Hello, hello. Welcome anybody who is here. I'm going to share about this new paper that I have gotten in from 49 and Market, and apologize for any glare, and feel free to comment anytime during the broadcast. I won't necessarily see your comments or respond to them, but I do go back and read them after the fact. So thank you for joining me for our live. All right, so I have gotten in some new paper. Well, it's new to me, new to the store. It's from 49 and Market, which is a really nice paper. It's heavier than most of our pattern paper. It's just a nicer weight cardstock. It's 12 by 12, and this collection is called Vintage Artistry's Essentials, and it's got this really pretty painted look. This is in the more neutral colors. I haven't even opened it yet. That's why it's kind of, there's a glare, but it's got these really pretty some little stitching look to it on this one. This one is called Airy. These will be listed in the store. Hi, Dee Dee. These will be listed in the store by tomorrow, probably tonight, but tomorrow morning. And I will send that out in the newsletter like I always do on Saturdays. But I just wanted to give a sneak peek as to what it is. When I saw this, if you know me, you know that I love anything to do with stitching and anything that I can incorporate any kind of stitching look with paper. So that is why I bought this paper. When I saw it, I had to get it for the store. And even though I try to not always do that, I still end up buying a lot of stuff for the store that has that look to it. So I really have tried to turn off the lights, but because it is just bad weather, bad lighting here today, the weather is just so gray and yucky, and it's hard. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can. Get some natural light in here so you can get an idea as to what this paper looks like without the glare. All right, I think that's a little bit better. So, man, it feels so dark. See, it has some stitching. It's so pretty. And this just layered effect of these botanicals. And then the other side, this one is just looks like almost like a leather look, but I think it's more like paper. It's like a gesso look to it. Okay, so I'm going to go through these. I'm not going to be on for very long today. Just wanted to pop in and do this review. Just look at this stuff. Here, I just love how it has that stitching look. It's got a nice piece in the middle for if you're doing scrapbooks, but you know, it's a really pretty effect. And don't worry, it's not just paper. I do have, I'm trying to not have a shadow. I do have some ephemera too. So this one is so pretty. It looks like it has a big piece of lace on it, and oh my goodness, it must have been just so fun to actually make this paper, you know, that would have been, somebody made it. Okay, this one is fun. This has, it just kind of looks like a page of a book, which is always fun, right? And then on the back is just some grungy look. I love the grungy vintage look with some paper, words over here on the side. So I was hoping to give you kind of an idea of, ooh, you saw some butterflies. Oh yeah, the moth and the butterflies on this one, yeah. Yes, I just love this. I love this look. It reminds me a lot of the Tim Holtz look. So part of probably why I got it. Here's some more butterflies. These look more like cut apart, like you could cut these apart and use them as journaling cards in your albums. I think it would just be fun to make this paper, but also it's already made for you. This looks almost like a linen on the other side. And I actually also just love the way they did the edges on this paper, because you cut that branding strip off the bottom, right? But it, yeah, it does call it journaling card. But, you know, you could save that because on this side, it could be used as a piece for a future collage. Yes, exactly. You could tear it up, use it as AT season paper. Thank you, Dee Dee. That's probably what I would use it for too. And it is good. It's good quality heavy cardstock. It's not just thin paper. So I think it would make really good ATCs, and it would be really good for doing collage and doing albums. I've been making these mini albums a lot, and those, I've noticed that if you use the thinner cardstock or the thinner paper, they don't work as well. This is nice. It's got that a little bit darker color to it. If you wanted to go a little darker, still has a butterfly, and it has some really neat details in there. This is so pretty on this side. It's got that grungy look. Sometimes I pull this paper off the shelf to pull it for an order, and I look at it and I'm like, oh, is it damaged? And then I realize, no, it's not damaged. It's just actually just the way the paper looks. That happens a lot to me with the Maggie Holmes paper, because it's, she has some that has these effects that just have a little bit of something in the corner, a little bit of something over here, and I realize it's not an accident. She did that on purpose. All right, here's the last paper in this group. Again, kind of collage effect. Very pretty. I love that they incorporated some of the blue in there on this one. But also, a lot of this could be, just this little piece could be torn up and used, and this little piece could be used. So, and then the back is very pretty effect. Probably more like a watercolor wash on this one is what it looks like. It's very pretty. I think. I'm also very biased, but because I bought it. So I have some 49 and Market paper in the store. It's not this look. It doesn't have the vintage artistry look. It has more of, it does definitely have an artsy look to it, but it's a lot more focused. I have some that's like trees and nature, and I have some that's like the beach, but it's been selling out, and I don't have any more of it because it's an older line. Those are older lines. So when I saw they had this, I thought that would be really cool and a really nice add to our store. So along with the paper, I went ahead, I found that they have some trim. So I know we like to add trim stuff to our books and journals. This isn't vintage, but it has a vintage look to it. So sometimes it's not easy to find vintage trims, or maybe we don't want to pay the prices of vintage trim. So when I saw that I could get these, I went ahead and ordered them. They're nice because they're in multiple sizes, and you know, the white ones, you could just spray them and dye them. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try turning that light on again. Maybe it won't have a glare. Sorry. It just looks dark. That did seem to help. Okay. So, 3 different colors of trim, and I really like those. I think they're really pretty. They have these, I thought I had some more, these stickers that they call epoxy coated stickers. It's probably going to have a glare. And these look like bubbles. They're dimensional, so they actually have pop dots behind them. I feel like you could peel them off if you don't want them to be that dimensional. You could probably, these are not, the little ones. I like that they're not perfectly round. They're kind of more organic looking. So I really like that. I like that they're not perfectly one color. Again, they're more on a organic look to them. So I got those in 3 different colors. And then they have some, and I think I have this in blue too that I don't have in front of me, but actually let me get it. I went all in because when I buy stuff, I don't just buy 2s and 3s of things. From a collection, I buy all in pretty much. So they have these that they call wishing bubbles, and they're similar. It's got the bumps, right? The bumpy pieces that have words and the little dots. I love the epoxy dots, and then some sparkly dot stickers. So yeah, yellow because yellow is the color of the month. Purple because purple is a good accent to yellow. So I got both of those. These are super fun. Of course, again, it's stitching, but these are rub-ons. So you can add a stitched effect to your pages without having to stamp. You could just rub it on with these. I think that's very cool. And there's 2 pages of them. So you could do hearts, or you could just do plain stitches, or of course you could do real stitches, but you know, so those I thought were really cool. Here's some more of those bubbles and bobbles in the blue. I knew I had the blue color. I love the blue. Blue is my favorite. All right, and then here's another rub-on in the blue. I always get blue. I just can't help it. So here's some Botanical Rub Ons. When I saw these, I just felt like they were perfect. They're just exactly what I want to have for the store. Just the look and the feel of everything that I like to do, and I feel like would be very useful for other people. So this comes in multiple colors. So it has the blue, it has some in the oranges. This reminds me of the ones I have from Dress for Craft that I did the project of the month in January that had, I don't know where those went. Actually, I think they're out on my coffee table. I made the coasters. But they're rub-ons. They're not exactly like the transfers. The other ones were transfers. But these are, you know, definitely can add some really cool effects to your pages. And then here's some washi. So this is an interesting approach to washi because it is not what we would think of as washi. It's not like on a roll, right? Like a strip. But this is tape, but you can take it off, cut it out, and then it will just blend into your work and add some really neat effects. And I really love that it has the different fonts and the different words. And so, I mean, you could use this on cards, you could use it in a scrapbook, you could use it on your art journal, on ATCs for some of the smaller things. I mean, I think it's really, really cool to add that. And that's washi tape. So it is definitely sticky on the back. You don't have to worry about gluing it or decoupaging it. You just stick it down. And then I like that they have washi that comes in strips. Not necessarily as much as you might get on a roll, but still a lot of different variety, right? And I love these colors. So just some strips of washi that look really pretty. There's two sheets, so you get 2 sheets of each of these. And there's more neutrals, and then there's the blues and the oranges, which I really like. Okay, let me get some of this out of the way. All right, so now let's go over, look at the ephemera. I went deep on the ephemera group. They have what's called Ephemeris Stacks, right? So these are fun because they are just the prettiest things. This one's all blue, and here's an idea of all the different things that come in it. I thought this would be good because it's not always easy to tell from just looking at a flat image what is in a bag, what comes in it. So yeah, we're still looking at the flat image, but you can get an idea. I'll open it. So there's some tickets here. These tickets actually pop out. And this is all in the blue colors. This looks like a library card, which I love, library cards. So again, you know, they are the vintage look, but you don't have to feel like you are taking old pages and messing them up, or taking an old book and messing it up. This is actually new product. So if you don't like to take old books and tear them apart, then you can enjoy the look of that without having to really use an old book. This one looks like a really pretty lace, like a doily, I guess. Vintage linen, but it's paper. This looks like one of those, what are those things called? Disc viewfinder things. Could do something fun with that. A little label. Just fun. It's the same kind of thing, but smaller. Tickets. I like that it's all color coordinated in this group. It's all the blues and some creams. This is a little envelope. Viewmaster. Thank you, Dee Dee. So lots of things you could do with this, with these little tickets. And then, you know, you can just add so much. Here's a little viewfinder, Viewmaster. Has the hole in the middle. We're gonna have a visitor here in a minute. He's coming over. Hope he doesn't knock over too many things. So you can put a brad in the middle, and you could just, you know, put something behind there, and you could have it where it could spin. You see my friend? Hello, friend. He wanted to come over and inspect the merchandise. Okay. Don't worry, everything else is still in the package, so there's not any cat hair getting on any product. This is my own personal one that I'm showing. So all of the other ones are similar to that one. I mean, they're going to have a little bit different things, but they still have color coordinated ephemera. He knocked my whole little jar thing over here that has ephemera in it. So this one is Wedgwood. So it's going to have the oranges and the blues in a similar way. Still has a Viewmaster, the doily. So similar looking papers, just in different colors. And then the pinks, these are called Blush. Ephemeris Stack. I like that it has birds. It's a little bit different from the other one. This one has the butterflies and the, so slightly different image. Some very nice coordinated, color coordinated items. This one's called Everyday Ephemera. I feel like this one's a little bit different. This one's 34 versus 39. It's gonna have a little bit different look to it. And does have the doily, and it has the Viewmaster and a couple of little windows. So, like we saw in the first one. Just a little bit different colors. They're so fun. All right. Okay. This one is different, so I'll show this one. This one's called Natural Collage Stacks, and it's definitely in that softer colorway. And you have some pieces that look like a ticket. I think they have them in a couple different sizes. And here are some little pieces that are like little flags. Here's some more tickets. Here's some flags. Tickets in a little bit more craft. Here's some really great cream color paper. Would be great for journaling. And this is a little bit lighter weight than the other ones. These are a little bit thinner, but they would be great for tucking into a book and using for journaling spots or collage. And this is really pretty. It's very craft, feels very old paper. It's not old, but it feels old. It has that old look to it. So again, I'll say it over and over, but I feel like the good part about being able to buy it new is that you're not taking an old book and using an old book. If you have qualms about doing that, I did at first, and then I just jumped in and decided to try it out, and I enjoy making something old into something new. But if you want that look, or maybe you don't have access to a place that you can get old books and old papers easily, then you could get it this way. Or you want it to be color coordinated, because this will be color coordinated. This one is 58 pieces, so it's a little more than the other ones, and it's definitely more botanical. Next time I will definitely make sure I have better lighting. You know, I'm still new to Facebook Live, so. Okay, so here are some botanicals. These are so pretty, just so gorgeous. I think they would just, I mean, you know, I'd never be able to draw something like that, and it would be hard to find, might be hard to find a book that has that same image in it, but it's just easy because you can just grab it and add it to a page. This pops out. And be easy, you don't have to fussy cut it, you know, it's already cut for you. Here's a little flower seed looking packet, some butterfly or moth, right? Journaling cards, journaling spots. This one pops out, and then you have a frame. Here's one that's a nice little scene of a farm. Kind of reminds me of Charlotte's Web. My son's class is reading Charlotte's Web coming up at the end of the year, and they're actually watching a play of Charlotte's Web today, so, and eating spider cookies. So here's some more journaling spots or title spots. Those are perfect little tabs. Here's some actual tags. These are fun. They look like old paper, but they're not, you know, they're just, those are pretty. Here's one that looks like an envelope. I could see making memory decks cards with these. That would be really cute. Just stamp it. I actually bought for the store. I have it, I only have one, but I have the memory decks die that you can just take your paper and run it through, and it puts those little memory decks punches in there. Journal spot, tag, inside of a frame. Some plant paper, seed packet, some tickets. Kind of fun. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Like, I just can't wait to even try to make something with all of these. They're so fun. You know, I have this, let's see what this one says. Good life, picture perfect, little details. These are great for scrapbooks. They're great for any sort of album. Wishing you a lifetime of love and happiness. That would even be great for a card. Observe and enjoy. Some just little reminders. Everything is awesome. Oh, that's my favorite saying from the Lego Movie. Live with purpose. Good choices. There's a ticket. So lots of really fun. Here's one that looks kind of like an envelope. That would be a cool memory decks card too. You can be anything. This is this time, Dream Chaser. Those are the ones, those are from this one. So like I did this little, you know, this little sewing book, or it's not really sewing, but this little album. And you know, these would just be so pretty to just tuck into one of these pockets. Actually not that one, because that one's too big, but you know, it would look so pretty tucked in there because it's all the right colors. Here's one of those slide things I was talking about. You just tuck that in there, and it works perfectly. But this is an album that I made from watching a YouTube video. So that's all of the ones from the Vintage Artistry Essentials bits, ephemera bits. Again, these aren't listed yet. They'll be listed tonight or tomorrow. But if you're on the newsletter list, which I'm sure most of you are, you will be able to hear when it's listed. I'll definitely put it in the list the goal is for tomorrow's email, to have it in tomorrow's email. I'm just too excited to share it. I didn't even have time to get it listed before I wanted to share it. When I unpacked it, I was like, oh, these are so pretty. I got these two. These are little clips, but you know, they're fun. I thought they would be great for any kind of little embellishment. And you got these arrows and little cameras and little envelopes and words that say perfect memories and today. And they're paper clips. And they're in sort of a dark gray kind of color, so they're they blend in really well with that vintage look. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it. Okay, one more thing. Did you hear me digging through the paper? Okay, through the box. So I actually also have collections that I bought, because not everything is available as separate papers. They only really offer it as a collection. So I chose a few colors and I bought them as a collection, which means you get one of each page of paper plus two pages of stickers, or a page of stickers and a page of just die cuts. So it's a pretty nice deal. I think it's I don't remember how much they are, but so I thought those were really pretty. I like the purple. I bought a couple of other ones. Here's the Wedgwood colors. Sorry about the glare. And there's the cut apart pieces on the inside. Well, I don't even think they're cut aparts. They're actually punched, right? So that you just punch them out. And then I did get, I was really into traveling stuff, so I got a traveling one. This is called Anywhere. And it has an airplane and a VW bus and some map looking paper. All of the paper has a really pretty the look to it that looks very vintage. Okay. And then I did get one that was actually at Christmas, because we are always thinking about Christmas. So this one is called Noel, and it is obviously Christmas, red and green, traditional colors, very vintagey looking, with the cut apart page or punch out page and stickers. Yeah, they're cut page papers. Very cute. Last thing that actually goes with this is stamps. Okay, there's one. Where's the other one? There it is. I got a stamp set. This one is Noel, so it goes along really well with this paper. And it's very sweet. Got a big poinsettia, a tree, nice words, some inside the cards sort of sentiments that you could use. And then I got one that's the beach. So those are nice. I thought those were, actually I still have some paper in my store that is the beach from 49 Market. That's called, I have one called Tropical Paradise. I have one called, I think it's Sea and Shore. And it goes really well with the beach theme. So when I saw these stamps, I said that's really good, and it would coordinate really well with my thing. So that's a walkthrough of all of the 49 Market products that I have coming to the store very, very soon. If you joined a little late, that's absolutely fine. I will be putting this up on YouTube, but it's also live on Facebook right after I sign off. So I hope that you'll go back and watch the beginning, because I went through a lot of the products. Not just, I have all the ephemera, I have washi tape, I have stickers or bubbles, 3-dimensional bubbles, trims. I have just plain separate cardstock individual sheets. So there's a lot of product here that's going to be listed likely tomorrow morning. It will be live tomorrow morning and ready to go. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, go ahead. You can throw them in the chat. If not, I'm going to sign off, and I hope that if you're watching this on a replay, that you hop over to the store and check everything out. Again, last time, sorry for the glare. Still trying to figure out my lighting situation. It's also very dark today because it's rainy. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I don't see any questions, so I'm just going to log off and say thank you very much for watching. Catch you later.